Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today, slightly different spot, same room though, and I actually have an excuse for looking terrible. I've been in hospital. I have a pretty serious illness going on, so I still decided to film because I've got nothing better to do. I was meant to be in work today, but ill. So today we are going to be making over Smudge's tank. So it is already partially bioactive, as in no live plants, but it had isopods and springtails. But unfortunately, the isopods have all died and come to the surface because they didn't have enough resources like poo and leaves to eat. So I I don't have any isopods to put in today, but I will get some very soon. But I do have a little pothos. I used to be super into houseplants, but I can't remember how to pronounce this one. This is what I have in my other fully bioactive tank, which is my tree frogs. So yeah, it just grows very quickly and it just looks really pretty once it's grown out, I think. So yeah, obviously going to be giving his tank a clean. It's not embarrassingly dirty. I do clean it clearly, as I do with all my tanks and as you should all the time. But Cresty's climb on the glass, it's gonna get a little dirty, and just take all the dead isopods out of the soil and any other dirt that I find. So yeah, we're in a different spot because I'm gonna have to find an angle where you can see what I'm doing to the tank as well as me, but we'll figure it out. Let's go. So today's smudge is gonna be on this plant. I wouldn't, I'm not gonna encourage people to just go and put their Cresty on a random plant. I always supervise him and I know how he behaves while on the plant and I know it's safe for him. And I know it's somewhere where he can just sit still, basically, well, for Cresty standards. And he gets very stressed out if put in a container or a carry case, so I prefer to just let him somewhere, for enrichment rather than, keeping him enclosed. So, go on, baby. Good boy. So this is his tank. I've realized that I'm probably not going to be able to find a way where you can see me and the tank without unplugging it all, which I don't want to do right now. So yeah, you can see the glass is pretty dirty and obviously fake plants. I do have a tiny decal with his name there, but I would like to get something a little nicer, to be honest. So I'm gonna start by taking everything out. I'm probably just being dumb, but like, I cannot get this thing out. So here is everything that I got out of his enclosure. So nice hefty piece of wood, another hefty piece of wood. Then this sort of rope thing, it's quite small, but I got it from Etsy. And it's quite cute. I have seen him sit on it occasionally. Then this, I think it's a small exoteric cave. Obviously he hasn't used it because, most Cresties do prefer to be in the treetops. But it just kind of filled out his enclosure, and I probably will be removing this to use for another animal. And then this big artificial plant at the back for some coverage is one of his favorite places to hide. Then these two pretty big pieces of cork bark, of course. And then he had his like wall dish. It's disgusting. It's habitat. And he didn't have one of these when I rehomed him. He actually just ate from a pot on the floor, so he's never really gone for the wall ones. So I now don't use these. I just put his pot on the floor and he eats it. So I will be removing this as well, I think, especially so I can use it for when I do get another arboreal species that could use it. I have this artificial plant. He loves sitting on these leaves or like under them. This is another of his favorite places to be, just any leaves. So I'm gonna leave these in here, but I'm also gonna add the real plant as well. I'm gonna be sanitizing everything with F-Tan. This is my favorite reptile disinfectant as it is veterinary grade. There are lots of other ones you can use. I sometimes use the Habitat bacterial cleanser, but this is always my preferred one. And I'm also going to be using these adorable like autumnal dishcloths. I always use dishcloths and then disinfect them after, rather than using disposable things. I just think it works a lot better. I believe these are from the range. yeah, these are just so adorable. And then I always just use a sponge like this. So I'm just giving everything a good scrub. A lot of these stains are from when I got him because a lot of the wood and decor he came with, so they're pretty stubborn. But I'm attempting. This is pretty damn clean compared to how it was, these pieces of wood. I'm sure every crusty and just in general, like anyone who eats Pangea, I'm sure every crusty mom will know how stubborn Pangea stains are or any crusty gecko diet. And I'm actually very impressed at how spotless I managed to get this with F10. This is not, you know, sponsored by them or anything. I wish, but it's so good. So now everything is pretty much clean. We are going to turn the attention to the substrate and the tank itself. So here is the tank. This is Crusty Life. It is my favorite substrate for any sort of soil forest dwelling species. I use it for my Pac-Man frogs as well. It is Pro Rep. I use mostly Pro Rep substrates. I think they are great. So this is what I always use for poop scooping. It is Zoomid, but you can get these in lots of different brands. And yeah, they're perfect for any substrate. Again, not sponsored, just what I use. So I scooped all the nasties out and topped it up with some fresh new substrate. So now I am just gonna give all the glass a little spritz and a little wipe, and hopefully we'll see the difference when I'm back. Unfortunately, it did just scrub the decals off. They were not that high quality. They were from Etsy, and obviously I won't share the shop as they weren't that high quality. But it's pretty sad. So I will definitely making the choice to get something a little nicer for him now. The cleaning process for these front ones have been pretty hard since they don't come out easily, but I'm getting there. I may give it another little go in a minute, but I'd say it's good as it's gonna get. Ta-da! So it doesn't look that much different at all from the sorry, blowing soil off my phone. Doesn't look that much different at all to how we started, but we have the addition of the life plant now, which will hopefully eventually take over the whole thing. And then this is moved the other side, just some things move around a little. And then of course, I'm gonna give it a little soak for him. Also editing his Pangea on the floor, as I said, because today is his feeding day. Today it's Fig and Insect, but I've ran out of Fig and Insect, so I'm thinking I'm gonna buy a new flavor soon. I do use watermelon and apricot too, but he's not fussy. So yeah, let's see how he likes it. My boy is fired up. Go on. Oh. Is he on? Which one's he on? There we go. It might be still a little slippy from when I sprayed. But yeah, hopefully he loves his new tank. Thank you so much for watching. You haven't seen much of my face this video, lucky you. But I just wanted to say, be kind. Of course, putting videos, especially about reptiles, on the internet is basically signing up for criticism. But just remember that, you know, everyone's human, and I am open to criticism, as I said. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. So hope you have a good morning, day, night, whatever time it is for you. Thank you.